Most developers think AI gives bad code, but here's something interesting. Give the same AI tool to two different developers and you'll notice massive difference in the results. One might get buggy code, vague results, and endless frustration, while the other gets clean implementation and solutions that actually work. The difference isn't the AI, it's the prompt. Hey everyone, this is Suhani, and today we are going to talk about one of the most valuable skills a developer can learn today, writing better coding prompts. The reality is that most developers are using AI like a code vending machine. They type something like build me a login page and hope for the best. But here's the perspective. If you hire a team of developers and ask them to build a login page, will they directly start writing the code? No, right? They would ask questions. Questions like what framework should we use? Will there be an authentication process? Are there any security requirements in that page? The more information you give, the better the results are. AI works exactly the same. And that's why I use a simple framework called Scope. It is an easy way to structure the prompts and get significantly better results. Scope stands for situation, context, objective, parameters, and expected outcomes. The situation explains what you're building. For example, I am building an e-commerce application. The context provides the technology stack and environment. For example, the application must use Next.js, CSS, TypeScript, and Postgres. The objective defines the specific task you want to complete. For example, design a secure user authentication system. The parameter includes requirements, protocols, and best practices. This could be something like maintaining security standards or keeping the codebase modular. And finally, the expected output. It tells AI what you exactly want in the return. Let me show you the difference. Imagine that your prompt is simply build authentication. Technically, AI can do it, but it has to make assumptions about almost everything. It doesn't know your code base, it doesn't know your database, it doesn't know your requirements. Basically, it doesn't know anything about your coding structure. Now compare it with a prompt like this. I am building an e-commerce application using Next.js, CSS, TypeScript, and Postgres. Create an authentication system with registration, login, and password hashing. Follow every security protocols and give a production-ready code base. It's the same task, but the second prompt gives AI enough context to generate far more better results. Another very common mistake developers make is trying to build an entire application with one single prompt. AI can be much more faster and better if larger projects are broken down into smaller tasks. Start with database schema, then do the authentication, then move to API endpoints, and finally to the front end. By working step by step, you have far more better results and have more control over the final outcome. One technique experienced developers are using is basically treating AI as a pair programmer and not just a code generator. Instead of saying generate this code for me, they are using AI to plan the entire project structure, identify the potential problems, and giving the best solutions before writing a single line of code. This creates a much more collaborative workflow, and it often leads to a cleaner and more maintainable implementations. You can also use AI as a pair programmer. By involving AI in thinking process rather than just coding process, you will get far more value from it. The biggest shift in the mindset is stop treating AI like a Google and start treating it like a developer in your team. The more you explain the problems, the expectations, the outcomes you want, the better the collaboration becomes. So if you take one thing from this video, remember the framework called SCOPE. Situation, context, objective, parameters, and expected outcomes. Spend an extra minute to structure your prompts rather than spending hours trying to fix poorly AI generated code.